Language of the body. The body remembers what the mind forgets. Beneath the skin, within the muscles and along the breath, the subconscious leaves its fingerprints. This is the realm of somatic memory, the silent archive of lived experience stored not in words but in posture, tension and movement. While the conscious mind narrates our life story, the body holds the unspoken chapters, the grief we never voiced, the fear we never named, the joy we never allowed ourselves to feel. Somatic memory is not metaphor, it is biology. The limbic system, vagus nerve and fascia form a network through which emotion and memory are encoded. When we experience trauma, the body often reacts before the brain can process. A sudden noise might trigger a flinch, a scent might evoke nausea, a touch might cause tears. These reactions are not irrational, they are the subconscious communicating through the body's language. And unlike AI, which stores data in silicon, the human body stores meaning in sensation. Consider Ria, a 31-year-old dancer from Kolkata who developed chronic hip pain with no medical cause. MRIs showed no injury, and physiotherapy offered little relief. Through somatic experiencing, she discovered that her pain intensified during rehearsals involving themes of abandonment. As she explored her emotional history, she recalled being left alone at age 5 during a family crisis. The choreography had triggered a buried memory, and her body had responded with tension. Once she began integrating breathwork and emotional release into her practice, the pain began to ease. Ria's healing came not from medication, but from decoding the subconscious language of her body. The body as subconscious canvas. Every gesture, posture and breath is a brushstroke on the canvas of the subconscious. A hunched back may signal shame. A clenched jaw may hold anger. A shallow breath may reflect fear. These patterns are often formed in childhood, shaped by environment, culture, and emotional safety. Over time, they become automatic, part of our identity. But they are not fixed. Through awareness and movement, they can be rewritten. Somatic therapies like Feldenkrais, Alexander technique and body-mind centering work by retraining the body's habitual patterns. They do not aim to correct posture, they aim to restore choice. When the body moves freely, the subconscious begins to trust. This is why dance, yoga, and martial arts are often described as transformative, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Take Omar, a 52-year-old former soldier in Cairo who suffered from insomnia and panic attacks. Traditional therapy helped him understand his trauma, but his body remained in a state of hypervigilance. Through trauma-informed yoga, Omar began to reconnect with his breath and body. He described his first full exhale as a moment of surrender. Over months, his sleep improved, and his panic subsided. Omar later said, "My body was still at war. I had to teach it peace." His subconscious needed physical language to feel safe again. Breath, rhythm, and emotional regulation. Breath is the bridge between conscious and subconscious. It is both voluntary and involuntary, making it a powerful tool for emotional regulation. When we breathe deeply, we signal safety to the nervous system. When we hold our breath, we signal threat. This is why breathwork practices, pranayama, holotropic breathing, coherent breathing, can unlock subconscious patterns and induce altered states. Neuroscientists have found that slow, rhythmic breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing cortisol and increasing heart rate variability. This creates a state of physiological coherence, allowing the subconscious to surface without overwhelm. Breath becomes a key to the vault. Consider Elijah, a 40-year-old jazz musician in New Orleans who struggled with performance anxiety. Despite years of experience, his hands would tremble before each show. Through coherent breathing, he began practicing a 5-to-5 rhythm, inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds before performances. Over time, his anxiety lessened, and his improvisation deepened. Elijah said, "I stopped trying to control the music. I let my breath play it." His subconscious had found rhythm, and his body had found trust. AI and the somatic interface. Artificial intelligence does not have a body, but it is beginning to interface with ours. Wearable devices track heart rate, breath, posture, and movement, offering feedback on emotional states. Use apps for biometric data to guide meditation, sleep, and stress management. These tools are not just monitoring, they are shaping behavior. They offer a mirror to the subconscious, reflecting patterns we may not notice. In 2025, a project developed an AI-powered exosuit for trauma recovery. The suit used sensors to detect muscular tension and guided users through micro-movements to release stored emotion. One participant, Sophia, a survivor of domestic abuse, described the experience as being held by a wise body. The suit could not feel, but it could respond. It became a surrogate nervous system, helping her retrain her own. This convergence of AI and somatic intelligence raises ethical and philosophical questions. Can machines help us heal what they cannot feel? Can they guide us through subconscious terrain they do not inhabit? The answer may lie not in replacement, but in partnership. AI can offer tools, but the journey must be embodied. Movement as memory rewriting. Movement is not just physical, it is narrative. When we move with intention, we rewrite the stories encoded in our muscles. This is why ritual movement, expressive arts, and somatic storytelling are powerful tools for transformation. They allow the subconscious to speak through gesture, rhythm, and space. Take Lena, a 29-year-old choreographer in Berlin who created a piece called Unfolding Skin after surviving sexual assault. The performance involved slow, spiraling movements, symbolic shedding, and moments of stillness. Audiences wept. Lena said, "I didn't choreograph it. My body did." The dance became a ritual of reclamation. Her subconscious had found voice through movement, and her body had become a temple of truth. This is the essence of somatic memory, the body as storyteller, healer, and oracle. It does not need language, it needs permission. And in the age of AI, where screens dominate and stillness is rare, movement becomes a rebellion. It is a way to reclaim the sacred intelligence of the flesh. The subconscious mind does not live in the brain alone, it lives in the body. It speaks through breath, posture, tension, and rhythm. To awaken it is to listen, not just with ears, but with skin, muscle, and bone. Somatic memory is not a relic, it is a roadmap. It guides us through trauma, creativity, and transformation.